That is right. Over the next couple of days, already we've gotten up to a foot of rain in some locations. We could see an additional 2 to 4 inches, if not even isolated 5 to 6. So Weather Service, they're putting out a couple of blurbs that some areas could get up to near 15 to 20 inches of rain before the end of the work week. So with all that said and done, flash flood watches in effect now north and south shore all the way through tomorrow afternoon. And in fact, that may be extended depending on what happens over the next couple of days. Now, good news on the tornado watch. It's been canceled early, expected at 5 o'clock, but it looks like the severe weather threat now has moved eastward into Biloxi and the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Here's a radar recap. Let's start at 10:30 last night. Then we'll go into the wee hours of the morning. And I want to focus on this area here to the west of us near the river parishes toward Gramercy and also Gonzales. Notice at 2:30, the rains picked up through about 4 o'clock. As we go through 5 o'clock, still the heavy rains over the same area. Coming in through 6 o'clock, look at this, more rain over the same area, even into 7 o'clock. So hour after hour, even through 8 o'clock, this area got pounded by rainfall totals of anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain per hour. And through 9 o'clock, still that area was getting hit hard. And then by 10:30, 11 o'clock, everything began to move eastward. Here's our latest shot indicating the tornado watch to the east of us. But notice, south and west of the city, we've got some heavy rain headed our way. And we'll show you that coming up now on Viper Radar. So Trenton, our intern, boy, he saved me today. We have a lot going on, and he was taking the phone calls from the weather watchers. Trenton, let's go in now and show what's happening down to the southwest of us. And as we come in through the river parishes, this is that area that got anywhere from 10 to 13 inches of rain. So we're starting to see the rain fall over that same area approaching the city. So let's come in a little bit closer now, and we can show you, notice down to the south, anywhere from Cocodrie into the Gulf. We're going to be watching out with this rain moving in. Although we haven't gotten much in the southeastern part of the state, it looks as though we're starting to crank up with the upper low moving eastward, where we're going to start seeing more rain in the city and also farther south and east. So let's move into the city itself, moving into areas of, say, Metairie and Kenner, over toward areas of the lakefront. Some heavy rain moving into your area now. Heavier rains farther south and west moving on through. And then finally, as we head on to the North Shore and the Mississippi Gulf Coast, you'll notice North Shore finally getting a break. We've had rainfall totals on the low end up to 2 inches, high end to near 7 inches. And we'll show you that in just a moment. So as we move on, here's what we're looking at with Titan radar. Here's a shot coming in where we put on the damage labels. This was the Garyville tornado that caused some damage in EF1. Winds in an EF1 up to about 105, so certainly some damage and power outages there. Here's that big band of rain that's approaching the city, so be on the lookout for that. You don't have to travel in the next hour or two. I would certainly stay put. North Shore getting a little break with some scattered showers from Covington over toward Mandeville and Madisonville. Bay St. Louis, some moderate to heavy rain. Biloxi, not much. And then finally north and east of Pascagoula, seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall. And South Shore, again, we haven't had much, but the rain is on the way, so stand by for that. Let's take a look at some of these incredible rainfall totals. Look at this. Anywhere from 10 to 12 inches up to 13 inches from the Weather Service at one of the U.S. government gauges, up to 13 inches within this gray bullseye. And look how much real estate this covers. We're talking 10 to over a foot of rain over the last 12 hours. And then farther north of Donaldsonville, 8 to 10 inches. North of Gramercy, up to 3 to 4 inches. Let's go on the North Shore. Coming in, Mandeville and Madisonville, 3 to 4, isolated up to 5. Same near Picayune. Bogalusa, not quite as much, up to 1 to 2, and also toward Amite City at about 2 to 3. In the city, we haven't had that much, about a quarter inch or less. Here in the city itself, a trace farther south. Jean Lafitte, not much down toward areas of Galliano. But remember, that rain is on the way, so those numbers will begin to tick up. And also in the Mississippi Gulf Coast, just about an inch to maybe an inch and a half at times, and that's pretty much it. So the farther south and east you went, you didn't get the rain. The farther north and west you went, you got pounded. Here's the culprit, upper level low moving in. And notice, as I focus in a little bit closer, it is just not moving. It is stuck right over Shreveport, and as long as that's there, it's going to act as pretty much a moisture pump to bring in rain bands after rain bands coming in through tomorrow and also into Friday. So that's why we do have the potential of an additional 2 to 4 inches of rain, additional 6 or more isolated. So again, it looks like we're going to see a situation where over the next couple of days where the rain has fallen, grounds are totally saturated. It won't take much with the moisture in the atmosphere to cause a lot of runoff, and again, the possibility of flooding. Here's the forecast model in motion. Here we go again by tomorrow morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms moving in through the afternoon. Scattered showers as well. Not nearly as bad as today, but remember, you can get a very, very heavy downpour causing flooding quickly. So it just takes one big downpour over your area to cause flooding. By 6 a.m. on Friday, here's round 3. Notice again during the afternoon, showers and thunderstorms moving in, and the good news by late Saturday into Sunday, high pressure begins to move in, and it looks like for the weekend, although we're not going to take the rain chance out, rain chances will be much lower. So I think we'll put this to bed by Friday night into Saturday. Now here's the problem. Thursday, as we get into Friday, into Saturday as well, rainfall totals through 9:30 a.m. Anywhere North Shore up to 2.5 to 4 inches additional. And you can see even here in the city, we start painting in purple and red, anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 inches up to 4. So that's what we're saying. Through Friday, we still have an additional possible 2 to 4 inches and even higher than that isolated. So we can't let our guard down. Now's the time to pay attention. And Fox 8 all day long, Chris Franklin in the morning, me in the afternoon. We're going to be keeping you updated tomorrow in the event that flooding does occur once again. Outside right now, rain cooled air in the 70s, high humidity at 93%. And as we take a look at what's happening, boy, temperatures around the region where it's been raining in the 70s. How about that? 85 in Galliano. You haven't had any rain, but the rain is moving your way. And as we take a look at the dew points, we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so that rain falls at a very heavy rate, causes the flooding with the winds out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So for tonight, here's that forecast with the flood watch continuing. More overnight rain. Some could be heavy at times, upper 60s north to low to mid 70s south. Now tomorrow, flood watch continues throughout the day. Heavy downpours likely, more flooding likely as well, 80 to near 84, all depending on where the rain falls. And your extended forecast, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rain chances still very heavy. But then as we get into late Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we start getting back to the typical more summer-like pattern. Daytime highs warming up to the 90s, overnight lows into the 80s. And offshore right now seas at about 4 feet. If you're heading offshore, I would use caution. Today, winds and seas pretty high at about 4 feet, decreasing Friday into Saturday. And of course, the Fox 8 Firestone weather phone updated 833-0000. And now's the time, if you haven't or you procrastinated, download the Fox 8 weather app. It's free. You have the latest information on radar, and with all the rain and the flooding, you need that radar at your fingertips. So download it to your iPhone, iPad, or Android. What's cool is you can zoom in on the radar to any area, your neighborhood. You can almost see your home where it's raining. So if you don't have that Fox 8 weather app, it certainly is helpful.
It'll buy you some time at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. 12 days of dry weather.
And
the
now
following
this.
day, up to a foot of rain, if not more.
Yeah.
So never a dull moment here.
Feast or famine.
Yep, we're going to be here for you throughout the evening. And of course, if anything more breaks, we'll let you know. But again, if you don't have to travel this evening, I'd stay put.
All right,
All right, Bruce.
thanks.